Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3.
Mic check. Mic check.
Raiders coming in 18-12 on the year. They played in the first round. They played Lakeside, won it in 2 games out of 3, 4-2 and 17-6. The Bobcats were on a bye, so they had a week to rest up, heal some guys, get some arms fresh, and get ready to play this Pine team. As we gear up for first pitch, I welcome in my broadcast partner at this time, Mr. Alex Fontenot. Playoff baseball game number 1. It's Pine, it's Erath.
Yeah, shaping up for a good one, Jordy. You know, we've seen this Erath team a few times, and very impressed every time we see them. And man, what we saw from Pine in the warm-ups, man, they got some talented kids and fly around the outfield, some big arms coming all over the field, throwing the ball around. So this is shaping up to be a great second-round game here in Erath tonight.
Absolutely. Let's introduce you to both head coaches at this time as they make their way to home plate. We start with the visiting team, the Pine Raiders. Your head baseball coach is Blake Dillon. And then for the home team, the Bobcats, it's going to be Coach Jeremy Picard. As both coaches meet at home plate. Last time we were here, we saw walk-off baseball. What's in store for this 3-game series, in your opinion?
Man, honestly, we could see some more of that. You know, I'm interested to see what the pitching staff looks like from Pine, because you know this Erath team has some big bats, and this wind's blowing out to left. We could see some balls travel today, but you never know. We might be in for a good pitching duel and just have a great baseball game either way.
You looked at the outfielders in pregame. Pine got some guys that can go, so taking extra bases today might be key, but those guys can keep singles from doubles today.
Yeah, for sure, and it's going to be interesting to see how that plays. You know, runner on second, you get a base hit, because Erath, as we know, has some speed on the bases, so they're going to try it, and if Pine can do what they showed in warm-ups and fire that ball home, man, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen.
So in game 1 against Lakeside, Pine won it 4-2. So Friday night guy, whoever they got, looked like he can go. Limited them to 2 runs back in game 1, and then in game 2 the bats exploded. We know Erath, they can win it in all 3 phases, whether it's the small ball game, whether it's outscoring somebody, or just great pitching and defense. So curious to see what happens today. Pine and Erath, both head coaches head back to their dugouts, and I think we're moments away from getting both teams introduced. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a best-of-3 series. So, winner of this one will take Game 1. Game 2 scheduled for tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And then if there's a Game 3, both of these teams will meet back here on Saturday. Winner of this series is paired up with the South Beauregard Port Battery playoff spot. So winner of this series will play the winner of that series in the quarterfinals. Everybody wants to get to the quarters. Everybody wants to get to sulfur. And somebody's going to take one step closer after this weekend. We will pause for now. We say thank you to our sponsors: Billy Nabear Fundraising University, Howard Pool Company, Birdseye Insurance, Whips Prince, Gary Swallow, Enviro Resources, Jacob Landry, and Industrial Oilfield Services. Thank you so much to all of them, as we say thank you to our first and final word sponsor, Enviro Resources. We'll go there at this time. We'll be back. First pitch, moments away. Enviro Resources, providing the oil and gas industry with sustainable solutions that protects the environment, drives cost savings, and prioritizes landowner satisfaction since 1995. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Taylor here with Alex Fontenot and Christian Nugent. Alex, your keys to victory here in Game 1. What do you got?
For me, it's going to be the pitchers limiting extra base hits. You know, like we talked about earlier, this one is chunking out to the left, and, you know, a 3-run homer or extra base hits can change this game in a hurry. So I think it's going to be whoever can keep each other off of the base paths and pitch well, you know, give up free bases and pass balls, stuff like that, I think will have the advantage in this game.
Over under runs today?
A lot.
5?
Oh, way over. Yeah, both of these teams have shown they can put up a lot of runs, so that could change once we see what these pitchers have. You know, yeah. So yeah, that could change, but you know, at this time in the playoffs, man, you know, these teams can swing it, and the environment we have today, weather-wise, is going to help that.
A three umpire crew here today. Pine is your road team. They're going to wear red jerseys on white pants. And Erath, can't see from this angle.
White on white pinstripes.
White on white pinstripes. Let's introduce both teams at this time. We'll start with the Pine Raiders. Leading off for the Raiders, right fielder Christian Williams. The third baseman Camden Jenkins. In the 3-hole, Bryson Pittman playing center field. The 4-hole is Colin McGee playing second base. And the 5-hole is Jabari Robinson, the DH. And the 6-hole is Bryce Marks at first base. And the 7-hole is Trey Knight at the catcher's position. And the 8-hole is Trey Steele in left field. And rounding things off in the 9-hole is your shortstop, Cage Freeman. On the bump, it will be Levi White. He will be pitching today. As both lineups are introduced at this time.
Number 11, Colin McGee.
About a 3.5 hour trip for the Raiders here.
Jabari Robinson.
Playing on Thursday. No school for these guys.
No, I heard somebody talking earlier that Pine found them a place to stay for the night, so they'll be able to, you know, get back from the game, shower up, and get a little rest for tomorrow.
For the Raiders, number 27, Trey Knight. In left field, number 19, Trey Steele. At shortstop, number 9, Cage Freeman.
Pine out of Franklinton, Louisiana.
Levi White. And the rest.
Good baseball in that part of the state, Jordan.
They're coached by head coach Blake Dillon, assistant coaches Trevor Stewart, Jake McCormick, and Peyton McDaniel.
Now they're going to introduce home team Bobcats.
And now, your starting lineup for your hometown Erath High School Bobcats. Starting off, in left field, senior number 7, Landon Lemaire. At second base, number 2, junior Carter Chopin. The pitching duty tonight for the Bobcats, number 8, junior Landon Derwin. At shortstop, number 6, sophomore, Kate Collins. In right field, number 4, senior Jack Landry. Starting off at first base for the Bobcats, number 10, senior Cade Michael. In left field, number 27, senior Cole Capel. At third base, number 3, junior Colin Rodriguez. Tonight's DH, number 22, senior Talon Landry. And behind the plate for the Bobcats, freshman number 32, Leighton Jones, and the rest of the Erath High School Bobcats.
That's the Bobcats, ladies and gentlemen. we'll have the national anthem at this time. First pitch coming up. LD will be on the mound. The junior, Landon Duran, will introduce you around the diamond after the national anthem.
Everyone please stand, bow your heads for a moment of silence for a teacher from Erath High School that is having medical issues with their son, Katie Domang and Craig Kraft. She's a 2008 graduate of Erath High School and wishing prayers for her. And now, the playing of our national anthem.
Play ball, ladies and gentlemen.
High school baseball.
Around the diamond we go. Pitching for the Bobcats, Landon Duran. Your catcher playing your flex position is Leighton Jones. At first base is Cade Francis. At second base is Carter Champagne. Shortstop is Tate Collins. Your third baseman is Colin Rodriguez. In left field, Koa Capel. In center field, Landon Lemaire. And in right field, it's Jack Landry. What do you want to see here from Duran early?
Yeah, more of the same what we've seen from him in the past, just getting ahead, staying ahead, and limiting any early scores. You know, he's done a good job of commanding the strike zone, working his off speed, and staying away from big hits.
And it's a guy that pitches with a lot of emotion, so you know if he gets that fastball rolling early, he's going to set the tone early.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like we said, just painting the black on the plate and working that off speed that he has. He pitches the soft contact, 90% of the time. So it's very good stuff for this guy, and man, he has a real possibility to get this game in control early from the mound.
Talk to me about when you do face these 3-game series, how important it is for game one guys to go lengthy to save the bullpen.
Yeah, it's very important, especially at this level. You know, the smaller classifications don't usually have deep pitching staff, so you get to your second, third, fourth guy, and it's not as crisp. It's not as fast on the fastball, and the curveballs. They don't spin as well. So, for Erath and for Pine, having their opening night guy, get them 4, 5, 6 innings is huge if that can happen.
There's a throw down. It will be the right fielder, Christian Williams, leading things off for the Pine Raiders. Enjoy the game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for allowing us to bring you Play All Baseball here from Ross Granger Field.
For the Raiders, number 3, the right fielder, Christian Williams.
Not our last game we'll call this weekend. We'll see you and me again on Saturday in South Beauregard, Port Barre. But today we got Erath, we got Pine, and we are underway with a fastball upstairs. Your first pitch coming in at 6:03 p.m. as round 2 action underway. And he's down 2-0 here. And if you're Williams right here, good hitters count here. You want to get early base runners if you're Pine. At the 2-0, and he hit him. And Williams will trot on to first base and Long stare down between batter and pitcher there.
Yeah, definitely some intensity early in this ball game. You saw that a lot pregame from Pine, and just mechanical stuff right here. He looks a little bit different than the last time we saw him. So I don't know if the layoff, got him a little bit off his norm, but leaving the ball up and not following through on his pitch. So we'll see if he can adjust and get things back in order.
Camden Jenkins, third baseman this evening, and Williams already with a huge lead at first base.
Yeah, I expect Pine to be aggressive on the base path.
Freshman behind the dish. He'll have his hands full with this Pine offense on the base paths today, as that's 3 fastballs in a row that misses.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if he switches up. You see some off speed here just to give him a different feel, see if he can get his mechanics back in order.
The 1-0. And that one finds us home. Called strike, and we got us a 1-1 count here, just underway. Top of the first inning. Game 1, home team will be Erath. Game number 2, home team will be Pine. And if there's a game 3, your home team will be Erath again. Showing bunt here. Try to move a runner. Third baseman is sitting on the grass, and they're going to call time here. So I think LD did a fantastic job right there, not rushing the pitch.
Yep.
Let everybody get into position right there and go get a free out right there. He showed it extremely early, the batter.
Yeah, and I think he was trying to time it up based on the previous 2 pitches to see if he was going to keep the same timing, but it was a little bit later.
Rodriguez is on the grass there, and you look at Jenkins trying to push a bunt here to first base right here.
Yeah, holding the runner on, and you have a chance to guarantee your guy gets the second, and seeing some small ball out of Pine early in this game.
But now he sits with a 1-2 count here. Not sure if the bunt's still on or not. You may see Williams get in motion here on a 1-2 count.
Yeah, expecting some off speed, potentially something in the third, be a good pitch to run on.
Might not be a bad time if LD checks on him here. Instead, he's throwing here, and we're going to have no throw at second. Leighton Jones could not get the clean exchange there out of his glove.
Yeah,
and
like we said,
base.
Yeah, off speed, ball was low, so that's a tough play for a catcher to make anyway, and then you have some really good speed on the base path. It'd have been tough.
Now Jenkins is in scoring position. Correction, Williams is in scoring position. Jenkins faces a 2-2 count. The 2-2 foul back here. An industrial, an all-field services foul ball. The first of many today. Your first inning is sponsored by Bill and Abear. We got a 2-2 count here just underway. Your third baseman is your hitter. Base hit. Most likely will score Williams here. You look at the depth of outfield. Left field is back here. Center field and right field have a shot to throw him out if there is a play at the plate.
Yeah, we saw some pretty good speed on the base path so far, so any ground ball here in the outfield is going to be tough, but definitely from the left field position. 2-2
count. Nobody out. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled back again. Another industrial and all-field services foul ball, and good battle here between the two-hole hitting Camden Jenkins and Landon Duran. We'll see who wins it. Waiting on deck is Brayson Pittman. The 2-2. Good pitch there from LD. And Jenkins goes down on strikes. And you needed something like that after the start.
Absolutely. A good job by both the pitcher and the hitter there. He fought and Duran, made some very good pitches there, and batter from Pine was able to fight it off, but eventually Duran got the best of him.
Here comes Brayson Pittman, gonna run the center field today, and boy, did he impress us during pregame. Let's see what he does here. His first chance to bat here. Showing bunt, fouls it back. So far, 2 shown bunts here in the top of the first inning, so getting a feel of what this Pine offense looks like.
Yeah, we saw him, floating around in the outfield. He's got some wheels, so he lays that down the third base line. Third baseman has to stay back in case of a stolen base. He can definitely beat one out with a good bunt.
0-1 count here to the 3-0 hitting center fielder. Bunts off, he's swinging, and he swings past that one. And he's down 0-2 here. Williams is at second, 1 out here in the inning. 0-2 count as LD works from the stretch. And a backdoor pick here. Close play, but the ball is on the ground.
Man, if he'd have caught that, that was bang bang. That was a great pickoff move and throw by LD.
And you look at those type of plays there, that's all timing stuff right there. You give the signal, and it has to be timing, and that was right on the money.
Yeah, perfect throw.
We'll do it again, 0-2. Ran it inside, and that ball is... I thought it was a foul ball at first, and they're gonna say it is a foul ball.
Yeah, it definitely didn't sound like a hand. If that was a hand, he would be in some serious trouble right there. That was a knob of the bat.
Well, Alex, that ball almost went fair.
Yeah.
You saw that? That ball almost trickled in fair, and we was gonna have a lot to figure out.
Yeah, definitely a good sell job right there. But the way that it sounded, definitely the bat.
We'll welcome in everyone to the broadcast. All 143 of you. You keep on hitting the like, keep on hitting the share. Let the fans know back in Pine that could not make the trip, because we see a lot of red that did make the trip here. Let the fans know who aren't here that want to support these guys. And we got game one for you right here live on Under the Lights. If you're looking for the YouTube channel, it's UTL Sports with the number 4. As a 0-2 count here, and did the barrel cross the zone here? They're going to say no, but Williams will move up. And now he's 90 feet away from the first run of the ball game.
That was very good job holding up on that, because that was a very good pitch. And now a strikeout here is really important with 1 out and runner on third.
Ground ball scores a run here. And that's a beautiful pitch on the outside corner, just missed. And I believe that's going to run the count forward. What do we got on our scoreboard? Nope, 2-2. Williams waits at third. Pittman will hit here with 2 strikes on him and 2 balls. The 2-2 upstairs. Here comes the runner. Going to be a play at the plate. Here it is. Safe. And Williams stole second. Moved to third on a pass ball and just scored on a pass ball. That's a fired up dugout over there as Pine sets the tone in this ball game early.
Yeah, that's what we talked about prior to the game starting, is trying to stay around the plate and not let pass balls go. We talked about Pine having some elite speed, so we've seen it in the top of the first inning come back to bite Erath.
What was an 0-2 count? Pittman has worked it full. Here's the full count pitch, and he walked him. A 1-out walk here. And here comes Kylan McGee. McGee will play second base today, batting in the 4-hole. So we got a 1-0 ball game here, top of the first inning. And we saw Williams run early in the count. We'll see how fast Pittman takes off. He's going on the first pitch, and he sailed it into center field. And looked like Pittman's gonna put the brakes on. You could just feel that he was gonna go right there.
Second baseman, Kylan McGee.
Yeah, I think that was the play from the beginning. Fake bunt steal, get a runner in scoring position with 1 out.
Now your 4-hole has an RBI opportunity here. It's 1-0. Pittman's at second. And called strike at the letters. It's McGee sees one. 1-0, top of the first. With 1 out here. Correction. Home plate umpire corrects it and says it's 0-2. So the scoreboard was wrong, but ours was right, huh? Yeah, ours was good. 0-2, call strike 3. And LD retires his second strikeout victim of this inning. Jabari Robinson. As the head coach, Coach Blake Dillon, is not happy.
Yeah, I think there's a little confusion on the
what the count was.
On the fake bunny. It seems like he called it a strike, but I don't know.
So the home plate umpire asked for the umpire in the field. What was the count? He gave him 0-2. They went with 0-2. And he wasn't happy. He thought it was a 1-1 count. It's a good pitch there.
Yeah, starting to see LD dial in a little bit and stay in that strike zone.
Pittman's at second. Robinson, your DH this evening. And he's off and running. Ground ball. Collins, tough play. And what a job there from Tate Collins. That ball had trouble written all over it. But that will do it, but not before the Raiders strike for one here in this inning. No hits. 1 run, 1 runner left stranded. We will go to the bottom of the first inning. Landon Lemaire, Carter Champagne, Landon Duran due up for the Bobcats. Don't you go anywhere. Your first inning is sponsored by Dylan Hebert. We'll take you there at this time.
Here's your Beal and Hebert starting lineup.
Lance Beal, Turlings Catholic.
Kenny Hebert, Catholic High.
Stephen Williams, STM.
Don Connett, USL.
Alan Haney, Catholic High.
Gabrielle Romero, Sacred Heart.
Beal and Hebert, Acadiana's hometown lawyers.
Enviro Resources, providing the oil and gas industry with sustainable solutions that protects the environment, drives cost savings, and prioritizes landowner satisfaction. Industrial and Oilfield Services. Based in Erath, Louisiana, Industrial and Oilfield Services has proudly served the oil and gas industry onshore, offshore, and internationally since 1979. With more than 100 years combined expertise, they provide creative, real-time solutions and services. They are team players focused on achieving customer goals and satisfaction. Levi White takes the mound here, as he will have to face this Bobcat lineup that's very dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous. And, you know, giving up that one spot, and they want it back in the bottom of this inning. So I expect them to be pretty aggressive. Pitcher seems like he's commanding the strike zone early in warm-up. So if he leaves one over the plate, Erath's going to try to punish it. Yeah,
that fastball looked good in pregame just now, as he will face the senior Landon Lemaire, playing center field today. Boy, he was red hot last time we were here whenever they played Vermillion Catholic. Call a strike on the outside corner.
And they're playing him pull heavy, you know, outfield, infield, leaving a couple big gaps open.
1-1, break it ball right up here into your living rooms. Catcher giving it a run.
Hit the net.
And it hit the net.
That wind held it up, man. At first, I thought we were going to have to dive for a ball and save some of this equipment up here. But
I thought Christian was about to make a play for us. 1-2 count here as Levi White works from the windup. Rocks and fires. And another Industrial and Oilfield Services foul ball. Back-to-back Industrial and Oilfield Services foul balls.
Man, he's got some good off-speed stuff, and Erath's been able to stay on it with this first batter and fight it off. So we'll see how they adjust.
1-2, ground ball to the shortstop. Freeman gloves it, fires it, long stretch, and the ball gets away from the first baseman. And that's going to be recorded as an error. And the Bobcats are on base with a leadoff base runner. Looked like he mistimed his stretch there.
Yeah, I think the shortstop had a little trouble getting the ball out of the glove, and it kind of rushed his throw a little bit. He left it arm side, but good hustle from Erath runner getting down the line, made it a tougher play.
Lemaire is aboard at first base, and we will see Carter Champagne, second baseman. One nothing, bottom of the first inning here in game number 1. Best 2 out of 3. Winner of the series heads to the quarterfinals. Levi White, back-to-back pitches that missed the zone, and it's a 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0. Skied into the infield. First baseman calling everyone off, and he dropped it. They're going to have the force at second, though. Tough play right there for Lemaire. You're in no man's land. If he drops it, you're cooked right there at second. He catches it, you just one of those tough plays for the base runner.
Yeah, that's tough, you know. Most of the time those are caught, so you know your instinct is to stay back, and if they drop it, you know it's going to be real hard to get down to second.
Yeah.
So.
But the Raiders heads up play just to get an out of that. There was an error that occurred, but they still managed to get an out. So now they got one out here as LD will hit here. Center field is playing deep.
Yep, and they shifted back the other way the last 2 batters. So some scout report stuff showing up early. You know, they're shifting a little bit each way.
Got my man up here. Come and bring us some food. Thank you so much, my friend.
Strike on the outside corner. 2-1 count.
Hospitality here at Erath, second to none. Two, 1 count, 1 out, runner at first. And he ripped one foul. And that's a 2-2 count. Industrial and Oilfield Services foul ball. And now if you're Levi White, you may see if you can get him swinging on the breaker.
Yeah, he was ahead on that one.
See if we get Champagne in motion here. There's a 2-2 count here.
1-2 count. Umpire changed it.
He just ripped it into right center. Giving chase is the right fielder. Gloves it. Christian Williams ran that ball down in the gap.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Those outfielders for Pine just floating out there, incredible speed, good angles to the ball. So if you're gonna put one out there, you're gonna have to get it lower and keep it out of that jet stream because it's gonna keep it in the air.
Yeah. Collins made a fantastic play to end the inning. Back on defense, he's gonna bat here with 2 outs. He's going to see a first pitch strike on that inside corner. Breaking ball ran in and fell in for a strike. Oh, 1 ground ball to the shortstop. Freeman gloves it. Takes the short throw to second base. Hustle play there from Champagne, and he beats out the throw. Sat back on that baseball. If he comes and charges that one and goes through it right here, he might have him at second.
Yeah, it's tough. He was kind of in between charging it and making the throw to first or staying right there. He thought he had enough time to flip it over to second for the easy out, but I wonder if that first throw of the inning kind of shied him away from making another throw across the diamond.
Here comes Jack Langer with a couple teammates on base here. Big right-hander. Played quarterback in the fall, headed to Nichols to play football. Wish him nothing but luck. Best of luck in the near future. So he will bat here with 2 outs. One of those 5 seniors on this baseball team. The catcher's going to call time. He's going to head out to the mound. That's Trey Knight. Going to go talk to his pitcher, Levi White. think that could be right there? Maybe let him know where the zone is.
Yeah, that's got to be. They had a little
Hey,
conversation and
Hey, this is where he likes it.
Yeah.
Something like in that nature. So what the umpire wants right here. Let's go attack this zone. 2-1 count, 2 outs here. To Jack Landry in a big swing. And he's down to a 2-2 count here. And Levi White's 1 pitch away from getting his team in the dugout and leaving a couple runners stranded.
I expect to see the same pitch again.
And the 2-2 downstairs. The count runs full, if I'm not mistaken. Pine fans still filling into the stadium. Long road trip for them. Especially when you got to go through that Baton Rouge traffic.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a 3-1, so I had it wrong up here. And now it's full count, Alex. Full count, 2 outs. Runners will be in motion here, so a base hit will automatically score a run. Here's the payoff pitch from White. Instead, a quick check over second base. Try to get a runner right there, leading him a little early. I like the look. Shortstop's going to play back in the hole. Here's the full count pitch. Missed on the outside corner, and they are loaded. A 2-out walk. And here comes first baseman Cade Francis. In a big spot here. 1 swing gives the Bobcats the lead. Levi White's going to work from the windup. Rocks and fire. Oh, that one fell out the sky.
Yeah, very good pitch there. Look, fastball all the way until it wasn't and swung right through it.
Here's the 0-1. Good job there from your catcher, Trey Knight, saving runs.
See a little pitch comms being used by the catcher. I didn't know that was good to go in Louisiana here.
The game done moved back from when we played, my friend.
Yeah, look, 1 down, 2 down, 3 down is no more, Jordy. We're talking through microphones now.
Back then, if we couldn't pick up a signal, coach was going to holler at you.
Yeah.
Just throw the fastball. The 2-1 with 2 outs. And he hit him. And we are tied. A 2-out hit by pitch. And Champagne will step on home plate, and the Bobcats have tied it here in the bottom of the first and still have them loaded.
47, senior left fielder Cole Capel.
Yep, we've seen not commanding the strike zone come back to hurt both teams. Hit by pitch for Pine, a couple pass balls scored a run, and then that hit by pitch got one in for Erath.
Cole Capel, big opportunity here to add a few more. Actually, in pregame, what was the over-under? For 5 runs, you said over. Well, we're on our way. Already 2 here in the first. And that one right there. Knight got to be careful not to throw one away and give up a free run. The 1-1 from Levi White, and this is a good one for strike number 2. And now he's 1 pitch away again, Alex.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to leave anything over the heart of the plate. Probably see some off speed here. Had pretty good success with it so far.
Rocks and fires. 1-2, swings past it. And Cole Capel is down on strikes, but the Bobcats come back and tie it. No hits in the inning. 1 run comes across and 3 runners left stranded. We go to the top of the second inning. A second inning that's sponsored by Fundraising University. It will be 6, 7, 8 due up for the Pine Raiders. Bryce Marks, Trey Knight, and Trey Stills. We'll be back. You're watching Round 2 Baseball live on Under the Lights.
Every team has a winning game plan for Friday nights, but does your team have a fundraising game plan? This is Stuart Miller with Fundraising University. We help schools and teams raise more money in less time with a proven 7 to 10 day fundraising system. No more underperforming fundraisers. They take 3 to 4 weeks. No risky apps, no burnout. Over the last several years, teams in Louisiana have raised nearly $3 million working with us.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jacob Landry broadcast booth. As LD back out for another inning of work here in a 1-1 ball game. He's going to get the 6-hole hitting first baseman Bryce Marks, and he sees a strike one on the corner. Second inning is sponsored by Fundraising University. Oh, a little mustard on that one, Alex.
Yeah, I think you're starting to dial it in now. You know, for pitchers, the first inning, especially in the second round playoff game, is the hardest to get through, and you kind of find yourself, find your zone, get the nerves out the way, and LD's starting that way so far.
The 0-2. Ground ball to the pitcher, gloves it, fires it in time for a 1-3 put out, and one out here in the top of the second inning. Here comes the 7-hole catcher, Trey Knight.
Now batting the catcher, 27, Trey Knight.
He looks like a different pitcher this inning.
Yeah, I think he could have been a little nervous, a little bit of rust from the week off, but he's finding his spot here.
The 0-1, good pitch, breaking ball, and he was giving a fastball the whole way there.
Yeah.
L2 from LD. Skied into right field. Champagne calls everyone off, and he's got it for out number 2. And now we're going to see 8-hole hitting left fielder Trey Steele.
The left fielder, number 19, Trey Steele.
He will bat with 2 outs here in this inning. Called strike, and he's starting to win those first pitches.
Yeah, and that's what he didn't do in the first inning, and it caused him some trouble. But like you said, working ahead with that fastball is LD's. That's his game. You know, if those two things can work for him, it's going to be a tough night for anybody that's going up against him at the plate.
Quickly 0-2, and he's trying to go 1-2-3 here in this inning. Shakes off the first pitch. Here we go, the 0-2. Challenged him fastball, ran it on the hands, and he fouled it off for an Industrial and Oilfield Services foul ball. And we're gonna do it again. 0-2, 2 outs. And he ran it inside again, but he missed downstairs. The count runs 1-2. Tomorrow night, Under the Lights will be in South Beauregard for Game 1 between the Red Devils and the South Beauregard Knights. Woodbury, South Bow, 6 o'clock, first pitch. Under the Lights will have it. Winner of this series plays the winner of that series there. A lot of great baseball going on around the state of Louisiana. We got one in front of us right here. 1-2, ground ball, gonna find a hole, 2-out hit.
What a way to fight right there.
From Trey Steele.
Got behind in the count, fouled off a couple pitches, and then put one right in the hole, right where an Erath player wasn't. Very good job there.
Now coming to the plate,
As we will see 9-hole hitting shortstop, Cage Freeman. He will bat from the left side also. A little throw right, bat left. Top of the lineup, waits on deck as Freeman sees a first pitch strike. Williams would love an opportunity to hit here with 2 outs. The 0-1 as Rodriguez starts to make his move on the grass there at third base. If you're going to hit one out today, Alex is going to have to be in left field. The wind is howling. And runners off and moving. And he ran on a good pitch there. Picked the pitch, a good pitch to run on.
That's what you're going to see. So, we've seen this so far, and we don't expect it to change throughout the game. Is they're going to challenge this freshman catcher and get moving on the base paths, pick the right pitches. A lot of off-speed counts, and we'll try to swipe an extra bag, get in scoring position.
And with 2 outs here, Freeman eyeballs RBI opportunity. And he fouls one back for an Industrial and Oilfield Services foul ball, and now LD's 1 pitch away from dugout. With a 2-2 count here with 2 outs and a runner aboard. The 2-2. And a pass ball, and the runner will advance. And we got us a full count. And LD cruised through those first 2 outs and ran into a little trouble here these last 2.
Yeah, just not commanding the strike zone the same. I don't know what has changed mechanic-wise. They're just trying to throw it a little too hard, but I see a walk here, and something's just not the same as it was the first 2 batters for this inning.
A 2-out walk will extend this inning, and we will head back to the top of the lineup. It will be Christian Williams. And Pine loves these type of situations here. First and third, this is where they get to work.
Yeah, could see a little hit and run here, and or straight steal, and trying to get both runners in scoring position.
See how soon Freeman's going to take off here. And if you're over there at third base, still you have to be wary of something getting cut off in the middle of the field. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Coach calling signals down there at third base. Coach Dillon. Heck of a coach here for this Pine Raider ball club. As Freeman gets his lead at first base, everybody stays put, and that would have been a good dirt ball to run on.
Yeah, good job by the catcher. Save a run there, stopping that ball.
They're on the corners with 2 outs. Top of the lineup. With a 2-0 count. And that one is fouled off into the softball field over there. Williams a little tardy on that swing. Tie ball game, 1-1, top of the second inning. What should be a fun best-of-3 series here. And he's off and running. That one is sent into center field. Landon Lemaire giving charge. He's got it for out number 3, but Williams, he sent it out there.
Yeah,
just Lemaire ran it down.
I believe that wind settles down a little bit, and that's probably over his head into the gap, because that ball was smoked pretty good. But wind held it up, brought it back to him, and Lemaire was able to make the play.
That does it here in the top half of the second inning. 1 hit in the inning, 2 runners left stranded, no runs come across, we're still tied, 1-1. It will be 8-9-1, due up for the Bobcats. Colin Rodriguez, Talon Landry, and Landon Lemaire. When we come back, your Fundraising University second inning, we will be right back. Industrial and Oilfield Services, Based in Erath, Louisiana, Industrial and Oilfield Services has proudly served the oil and gas industry onshore, offshore, and internationally since 1979. With more than 100 years combined expertise, they provide creative, real-time solutions and services. They are team players focused on achieving customer goals and satisfaction. Welcome back to the Jacob Landry broadcast booth. 8-9-1 due up for the Bobcats. You're going to see two straight lefties here in this lineup. Batting at the bottom, it's your third baseman, Colin Rodriguez. Huge threat to lay the bunt down also right here.
Yeah, definitely has some speed.
You see it's a 2-0 count here. A good opportunity there for Pine to go get the lead. Could not get that big hit. Left a couple stranded. We'll see what the Bobcats do here. And their second at bat. 2-1 count here. That's Levi White. He's back out for his second inning of work. Ground ball to the second baseman. Colin McGee gloves it, fires it in time for out number one. A 4-3 put out. That's how we will start this bottom of the second inning. Here comes the DH, Talon Landry. Been DHing all season long. We watched him last year run some outfield. Really good outfielder, but sidelined this year with an injury as he sends a ground ball to the shortstop. Good throw this time for out number two. 6-3 put out, and we will head back to the top of the lineup. You hate to see that for Talon. Had a DH all season because of the injury.
He's taking it in stride, though. He's, just being a DH, he's done his job. He's laid down bunts, got big base hits, and stole some bases. So, when you have a player like that that's about the team, an injury's unfortunate, but he's still doing a job that his team needs, which is great to see.
Landon Lemaire sees the first pitch downstairs. He was aboard with an error his last plate appearance. So we get to the second round of hitting here from both lineups. Curious to see what the adjustments will be made. As you get a look at the pitcher, your first plate appearance. Now we get round two here.
Neither team had much success. I'm pretty sure both of those runs are unearned, and so I think you just keep it the same and try to command that strike zone until they show that they're going to put the ball, in the outfield or get some base hits because both runs scored off of walks and pass balls and such.
Yeah, you got 2 runs in the ball game, but only came off of 1 hit from both sides. So you called it right there, taking advantage of some pitch and miscues from both sides. 3-1 is buried, and Lemaire is aboard with a 2-out walk. So just what we saw from the half inning before. It was Duran that cruised to 2 straight outs and then had some 2-out base runners. And now we look at Levi White, same situation. Carter Champagne will bat here. Reached by error, his last plate appearance. And that's going to be A ball in the dirt, and Lemaire flying over there to second base. And he moves up in the scoring position as Sean Pond will bat here with 2 outs. The 1-0. And he gets past the catcher, and now Lemaire. The go-ahead run is 90 feet away, Alex.
Yeah, it's one of the key to victory we talked about before is not letting a lot of pass balls, wild pitches go, and try to stay around the strike zone because, like we said, both these teams have speed on the base pass, and they're going to take advantage of it. So we've seen that happen with both teams giving up their one run on bad pitches.
And Champagne sends one into deep center field. Pittman gives it a chase. He's got it. A couple steps in front of the wall, and both of these center fielders running down baseballs here.
Yeah, these teams are mirroring each other, Jordan. Both scored basically the same way in the first inning, and had a walk after 2 outs and ended up with a deep fly ball. So, very even and almost acting the exact same way on both sides of the baseball.
Lemaire running in center field, running balls down. Pittman running in center field, running balls down. We're in for a good one, ladies and gentlemen. We will go to the top of the 3rd inning, and we will see 2, 3, 4. Camden Jenkins, Brayson Pittman, and Colin McGee will bat here in the top of the 3rd. Your 3rd inning is sponsored by Howard Pool Company. We'll go there at this time. We'll be back. Howard Pool Company, taking pride in every pool since 1973. Locally owned and operated, serving all of South Central Louisiana, specializing in new construction, genuine and vinyl liner swimming pools. Give Mr. Kyle Vidrine a call today at 337-942-7222.
At the plate, for the Raiders, third baseman number 23.
Welcome back to the Jacob Landry broadcast booth. 2, 3, 4, due up in order. Jenkins, strikeout victim, his last plate appearance. He sees a called strike on the inside corner.
We'll see if the trend stays, but last few batters pitching a little backwards here, starting off with the off speed, get ahead, and then come back with the fastball.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Tate Collins gloves it, fires in time. 6-3 put out.
I'll tell you what, that Collins kid right there, we've seen him make some incredible plays, and the stuff that looks routine, that's just like that, a very hard-hit baseball that will eat a lot of kids up in the high school level. He just makes it look so routine.
And you would think to yourself, man, he has to be an everyday shortstop, but he's a utility player. He could play wherever you need on this infield because LD, when he's not pitching, he roams those parts, but I didn't see Collins play all 3 positions in the infield.
With a glove like that and a good arm, you can do that with that kind of kid, and another one of those selfless kids that just does what his team needs.
Called strike there as Brayson Pittman bats here with 1 out. Tell you what, everybody in Erath, they can barbecue.
That's right.
They can send some barbecue up here, boy. They did their thing. Two, 1 out. Caught the outside corner for strike number 2. Like Jones might have brought that one back a little bit.
Yeah, it was a ball or 2 off the plate, but umps giving a little bit of room.
The 2-2 inside, and the count runs full. Fastball downstairs, and we got us a 1 out walk. And he went first pitch his last time.
Yep, cue up the steal sign. Just depends on if it's first pitch, second pitch. You know, his LD's been pitching backwards, so you might see another first pitch steal right here since he's been going off speed early.
You may see a first pitch check on the runner also. And he's off and running first pitch again. And he slides in safely, his second stolen base of the game. What a kick and fly.
Yeah, fast.
Love to see him on the football field. Back in the fall. One out. Colin McGee hits here, and he's running again. And it gets past the catcher, and everybody was worried about Pittman taking off there. Ball gets to the backstop.
Yeah, you know, they're gonna, like I said earlier, they're gonna test this freshman catcher until he proves he's gonna gun one down. And third baseman's playing in front of the bag. It's a little tough to get over there. Off-speed pitch has stayed up, so good job by Pine, taking opportunities, getting in good scoring position, one out.
Now let's see if the bunt's on, Alex. It is. And he skied it. And the catcher's got it, and here comes the guy at home plate.
He didn't tag either.
And he is out. Being aggressive on the base paths. And a double play to end this inning. This is how you're going to score this one. It's going to be 2-1 double play if you're scoring at home.
Yeah, and I don't know. It didn't look like he tagged up. He was quite a ways down the baseline when the ball was caught. So either way, it probably was going to be an out. But heck of a play right there by the freshman catcher.
And Leighton Jones with a big-time play. And heads up baseball there from your pitcher to go cover home plate there, because you know he just swiped 2 bags. He was coming back and get another one. It will be 3-4-5 in order. Due up for the Bobcats. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Still 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the third.
Popped it up.
Welcome back to the Jacob Landry broadcast booth. That was LD. We're back here. And my goodness, he sent that one a country mile, but it went foul.
Yeah, he was trying to give himself a lead right there, and just ahead of it, man. If he puts that one down the line, it might get out of here.
All strike right down Main Street.
Had some run on that fastball. Started out and ran back in.
And LD rips one into left field for a lead-off single. He left that one over the heart of the plate there with 0-2.
Yeah, hung a curveball a little bit, and LD made him pay. And that's what, you know, the MO is from this Erath Bobcat offense is, you know, you might get us 1 or 2, but you better not make a third mistake, you know, because we're gonna put it somewhere where you're not. And we've seen it time and time again, and what a great hit from the Erath pitcher right there.
As Tate Collins will bat here as they check over to the runner in for the pitcher. Let's see if we can get that number.
See a little small ball here, Jordy, with some speed at the plate.
They do show bunt, and Collins.
He's been so good at that drag bunt, you know, just getting down the third base line.
Like number 9's into the game to run here. Ian LeBlanc, maybe?
Yes, Ian LeBlanc.
Ian LeBlanc will run at first base. See if Coach Picard going to call the bunt signal again here. As Landry waits on deck. Third baseman crashes. Here's the bunt. And it will be fielded by the third baseman. Fires it, gets down the line.
That's going to score a run.
It's going to score the second run of the game, and Tate Collins is flying. And he will slide in safely to third. Small ball still matters in this game.
A three-base bunt, Jordy.
You put some pressure. And Collins, we talked about how great of a bunter he was.
Yeah, great bunter and just wheels, you know, and the fielding the bunt and getting over to first is hard enough. And when you have a guy flying down the baseline, it makes you speed up just enough. Gets to throw a little off and into right field, and
it looked like the pitcher might have had a better opportunity to cut that ball off right there.
Yeah.
Third baseman came across the pitcher's body right there. I thought for sure Levi White could have had a better opportunity to throw him out at first right there. Jack Landry will bat here. Still nobody out in the inning. And your new score is 2-1. Sees a strike on the outside corner, and if you're Jack here, you're just trying to lift something.
Yeah, anything, you know, right ground ball on the right side of the infield, ball in the outfield, scores a run. Knowing Jack, he's trying to put one in the trees over there, but pretty much anything will get a run in here.
Last time we was here, he was the hero that night with a walk-off base hit in the bottom of the 7th inning. He put it right over the third baseman's head that night. What's he have in store here in the bottom of the 3rd inning with a runner at third? Oh my God!
I had a feeling.
He just sent it to the trees! Jack Landry! Good God Almighty! That ball is long gone!
Call me Mystic Mac.
Jeez Louise! That ball is still traveling, Alex.
That ball's in Maurice, Jordy.
2-run bomb, and the Bobcats have a 4-1 lead. Jack Landry. I have not seen a ball hit farther this year than what I just saw just now.
Cue up the track man. Let's see how far that one went. I think about 112 off the bat, and look at about 365 into left field.
And he knew it.
Oh yeah,
as soon as it was off the bat, he flipped it, and we're gonna have us a mound visit here. 4-1. Bobcats have the lead. We'll step away, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching round 2 baseball. Big swing there from the senior. Cade Francis bats here, still nobody out in the inning. And that one's foul back for an industrial and all-field services. Foul ball off of a car in the parking lot.
Call your insurance man, just not me.
Call Bird's Eye Insurance. That ball misses outside. Tell you what, if you're trying to take a picture with a home run ball, you might not find it. Not sure where that one landed. That one's fisted, and the shortstop went and
What a
got
play. That's a great play.
baseball.
That ball hits the ground, and he's safe all the way, but great play by the shortstop there.
Cage Freeman ran up and caught it just before the bounce, and a big timeout. And they needed something right there. They needed some momentum to get back in their dugout, and they got the first out of the inning. As Koa Capel's gonna bat here. And if you're Levi White, you just got to get back in rhythm here. Trust your defense. Go get a ground ball or two.
Yeah. He's pulling the ball across his body a little bit, staying way outside. So see if he can get back to what he was doing and working in that off speed and try to stay back in the zone.
One out here. Capel sees a strike. The 2-1. Foul back right here. Count runs 2-2. The 2-2 ground ball to the shortstop. Gloves it, fires. Big stretch over there at first base, and
Another good play.
he is out. Bryce Marks had to go get that baseball, but it's a huge out for this Raider ball club. And now we're going to have a conversation. Coach Picard wants to have a conversation with the first base umpire, and he's going to ask him to talk to the home plate umpire, and we'll see if we have anything that one of the
He's thinking
umpires
his foot
see.
came off the bag at first when he was making the stretch.
Yeah.
See if anybody had a better angle.
And they're going to call him safe at...
Yeah.
They're going to call him safe
Coach
at
Picard had a
first.
very good angle where he's standing at third base, see that foot come off the bag, and a tough angle for the first baseman. For the first base umpire, he was blocked by the first baseman, but after a little meeting, runner safe.
So the call is overturned here, and Colin Rodriguez will bat here. So Capel, which was the second out of the inning, is now aboard, and what a beautiful bunt. Tell you what, the catcher, Trey Knight, had to go get that ball and throw a dart, and he did just that.
Yeah, very great play right there, because the guy from Erath was hustling down the line after a really good bunt. But even a better play by the catcher, and he got the runner over, but was able to get the out. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Base hit, could score here.
Yeah, Talon Landry bats here, top of the lineup, waits on deck. 4-1 your score, 2 outs. And Landry rips one into right field. Gonna be a play at the plate. Here comes the throw. He is out!
Man, we talked about it, Jordy.
We talked about it in pregame.
What a cannon we've seen from the guys in the outfield from Pine, and on the money, perfect throw.
Christian Williams, he threw about 3 of those in pregame, and you knew if he had the opportunity, he was going to do it in the game. And my goodness, did Pine need some momentum to go in the dugout, and they just got some.
Yeah, that's one of those things that can spark a team to get back in the game, down 4-1. And like we said, we talked about it, and we knew Erath was going to test them on the base pass because they have some speed, but what a throw on the money. Great catch, great tag by the catcher, and we're going to the top of the 4th.
But it came with 3 runs, ladies and gentlemen. No, 1 run left stranded. 3 runs come across. 3 hits in the inning. Correction, 4 hits in the inning. And we will see the Raider hitters down by 3 when we come back. 5, 6, 7 due up for Pine. Jabari Robertson, Bryce March, Trey Knight. And we'll stay right here because we're ready to go. Your 4th inning sponsor will be Bird's Eye Insurance. We'll check them out in the bottom half of the inning.
Number 28 for the Raiders, the DH.
Designated hitter will bat here. Now your Pine right here. You just got some momentum. You need to take that into the offensive approach here. Chip away at this lead here.
Yeah, get him on, get him over, get him in.
First pitch swing and fouls it back. Christian Williams threw a dime to home plate, and Trey Knight at the catcher position holding on to that baseball. There was a play at the plate. Sometimes you can see that ball get away from a catcher.
Yeah.
On the slide.
Came out of his hands and said, man, that's going to be close. And, fired it right in. You couldn't ask for a more perfect throw than that.
As LD enters his 4th inning of work. Breaking ball misses upstairs. The 1-1. Called strike on the outside corner. If both pitchers can get that spot in the zone,
that's tough to hit.
A tough pitch to hit. Here's the 1-2. Just missed downstairs.
Yeah, it had to be a tad low, but that's a good pitch right there in that count to challenge him. Cause that's a tough one to lay off of with 2 strikes.
The 2-2 from LD. And foul back again. Another Industrial and Oilfield Services foul ball. Welcome everyone with us. I was watching second round baseball. We know the NFL draft just started, but stick us on your phones and watch us too. The 2-2 from Duran. And this one's going to be a tough play. Giving chase, and the ball is down. And Jabari Robinson is aboard with a lead-off single.
And that's what you want. If you're a Pine Raider, down 4-1, you have a leadoff runner get on. Majority of the time they score, so that's what you need to start chipping to this lead and try to get some momentum back.
Bryce Marks playing first base this evening.
Not a huge lead over there, but could see a potential swipe back here.
Quick check over at first base, and we will have Bryce Marks here. Ground ball victim back to the pitcher, his last plate appearance. Showing bunt and a backdoor pick here. Safe. Oof, that was close, Alex.
Yeah, very close.
As Rodriguez waits on the grass here. Anytime Pine gets a base runner on, they're showing bunt. Try to push it to first base, fouled it. And now he's down 0-2. No outs here. Pine trails 4-1 here in game number 1. As we play 3, we are here in the top of the 4th inning. 0-2, swing and a miss. And Marks is retired on strikes.
That's what you want if you're LD. You give up a leadoff base hit, and you come back and get the strikeout, and now you're a ground ball away from getting out of here.
His 3rd strikeout through 3.5. Trey Knight will bat here. Flied it to second base his last go around. And he sees the first pitch bender for strike number 1. You talk about pitching behind. Well, another example.
Yeah, starting off a lot of batters that are off speed, and they're giving up on it. They see that initial inside motion coming towards them, and it just bites back right over the plate.
Another check over there at first base. It's got to be something called from the dugout coming into this inning. Hey, we're not just going to let them go on first pitch moving forward.
Yeah, definitely.
And that one almost got a piece of Knight. Breaking ball got away from him. Always a pleasure to come back here to Erath. We want to say thank you to administration, head baseball coach here at Erath, but got to remember the way the playoffs work, you got to have permission from both sides, and we want to say thank you to Coach Blake Dillon for allowing us to broadcast this baseball game for all the fans back in Pine, all the fans in Erath that could not be here to watch this game number 1 in this best of 3 series. So 1-2 count here. And giving chase here. This one's going to get out of play. And we'll do it again. An iOS foul ball. Trey Knight battling here with 2 strikes. And another check over there at first base. Boy Robinson getting him work in over there at first base, diving back.
Oh, yeah, LD said if you're going to swipe a bag, you're going to earn it tonight.
Here's the 1-2. Misses inside. The count runs 2-2. Two, 1 out in a 4-1 ball game. And another foul ball. We'll do it again, Alex.
Yeah, that's one thing we've seen from Pine tonight offensively is they're not going down easy. They're going to battle and fight through every pitch and every count. And you know, if you're going to beat them, you're going to have to do it with some really good pitches.
A 2-2 from Durham. Another foul ball, and I tell you what, Knight. It's giving LD everything he can want more in this at bat. Two count, 1 out, runner at first. And it's buried, and the count runs full. Tell you what, after fouling off multiple pitches just now, just to have the wherewithal just to lay off that pitch.
Yeah, that's definitely one that you could see some people swinging at, you know, just getting a little antsy and getting late in the count, and he did a good job holding up there.
Full count, 1 out, payoff pitch. Downstairs, and Knight wins the battle. He's aboard.
Very good job there by Knight.
With a 1-out walk. As Trey Steele single back in his last plate appearance. He will bat here with 1 out.
Pinch runner for the catcher. Be number 6, CJ Cabone.
If you're Durham, you're ground ball away from getting out of here and ending the threat, but if you're Steele, a big base hit would be huge. And he's going to see a first pitch strike. Good pitch here to start this at bat.
Yep, staying with that pitching backwards approach, and seems to be working out for the most part.
Pine dugout making a little noise. Good job there from Leighton Jones, keeping everything in front of him. The 1-1 count here. Swings past that one. Now LD's ahead in the count. Turn out to be a beautiful afternoon for some high school baseball. 1-2. Foul back, and we'll do it again.
And Pine continues to fight. They get down in the count. They're going to foul off some pitches and try to run that pitch count up and see if they can find a mistake to put a runner at the plate.
And we'll check on that pitch count when we get to the next inning. And a backdoor pick here. Safe at second. No will play there.
Yeah, the spin from LD wasn't as crisp as the first one. I think if it was, he might have had him there, but still a very good move, keeping him honest.
1-2, 1 out. And just got a piece of that one. The 1-2 from LD. And he buried it, and the runner is off and running.
Good job there by third baseman blocking that up, saving a run.
Yeah, Rodriguez just saved the run. You called it. But if you're Pine, runners are at third and second now. Base hit, and you're a run down.
Yeah, pretty much anything here will give you a run with one out. But a big base hit here makes this game get real interesting again.
Trey Steele snuck one through the 5-6 hole. His last plate appearance. He battles here with 2 strikes. And he sends one into center field. Lemaire giving chase. He's got it. Runner will tag up from third. And how big is that pass ball now? I mean, that dirt ball read now.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. Like we said, Pine's gonna find a way to get runners over once they're on, and then the next game or phase of the game is to get them in, and sac fly right there gets them in.
Sacrifice fly. Trey Steele does his job. Tell you what, Landon Lemaire had to go get that baseball.
Yeah, I definitely thought that might have been in the gap off the bat.
Now with 2 outs, 9-hole hitting Freeman, shortstop. Walk victim his last time. And this one getting called by Collins, and it will do it, but the Raiders get one back here. Good new score from Ross Granger Field. It's now Erath 4, Pine 2. 1 runner left stranded. 1 hit in the inning, and 1 run comes across. It will be 1, 2, 3 due up for the Bobcats. When we come back, it's the 4th inning. The 4th inning is sponsored by Bird's Eye Insurance. We'll be back right after this break. Call Alex Botno with Bird's Eye Insurance. He can assist you with all your insurance needs like auto, home, business, and life insurance. Give him a shout today at 337-308-1230 and let him know UTL sent you on by. He wants to say good luck to the Northwest Raiders this upcoming season. Welcome back to the Jacob Landry broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, that guy you just seen on your screen is calling the baseball game today, Bird's Eye Insurance, with Mr. Alex Botno. Call him for all your insurance needs, even if you get a foul ball in the parking lot.
Yeah, you you might want to park a little bit further away from the gate than this this little Chevy that's right here that got smoked earlier, but we'll take care of you if you do.
Top of the lineup, due up for the Bobcats, in first pitch swinging as Bryce Marks calls everyone off. And he's got it. One pitch, one out for Levi White. When you're trying to stay in the ball game, you're trying to keep it where it is. That's a good start. One pitch, one out.
One pitch, one out. Keep that pitch count down, and then keep your best guy in the game as long as possible. Give yourself a chance to win.
White rocks and fires, and second pitch swinging, and Brayson Pittman calls everyone off, and two pitches, two outs. And Levi White trying to go with the 1-2-3 inning from three pitches, right?
Yeah, that would be very good after, responding with a run, cutting the lead into two, and then coming back with 1, 2, 3
But watch this.
pitches.
I bet you Coach Picard said, don't you dare swing.
Yeah. And this is
The take signal's on, right? Yeah, all the way. We're not about to get us a 1-2-3 pitch.
This is LD right here. He said, man, I need a little bit more of a breather than three pitches to get back on the mound. So let's ride this one out a little bit.
Ground ball to the third baseman. How about a 4-pitch inning? Does that work?
Yeah, that's exactly what you want if you're Pine right there.
And Levi White, just what you needed. And he gets his team in the dugout with a 4-2 ball game. Hey, didn't even get time to walk around a little bit right there, and we're out the inning. It will be the top of the fifth when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. Your Whip Sprint's fifth inning coming up. It will be top of the lineup, due up for Pine in a 4-2 ball game. UTL, player of the game sponsor, Whips Prints, custom apparel, and substrate designs. Owner, Kenneth Whip Beverly, is located in Crowley, Louisiana, with all your heat transfer and sublimation shirt design needs. You can follow him on Facebook or Instagram. Give him a call today at 337-581-6631. Tell Whip Under the Lights sent you on by. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the fifth. We're cruising along here as LD back out for work. And top of the lineup for Pine, Christian Williams has been aboard with a hit by pitch and a fly out to center field.
Third time through the lineup here, you've seen some aggression from both teams. So I know what you got now, and when you're pulling over the plate, I'm going to try to get one back on you.
Neil one downstairs. Let's check on LD. Let's see where he sits as we enter inning number 5. Everyone's scoring at home right now. It's only giving up 2 hits on the day. 3 strikeouts. 1 hit by pitch. And 4 walks, Alex. This is going to be his 87th pitch already. You know the end of the rope is soon. He's thrown a lot of pitches, but you credited Pine earlier and said they're doing a darn good job extending at bats.
Yeah, it's exactly what they need to do. You know, this is obviously Erath's best guy, and if you want to get into their bullpen and give yourself a chance to take a lead later in the game, you have to work his pitch count up, and they're doing a great job of that.
So we're ready to go again with a 3-1. Nobody out, 4-2 to score in the top of the 5th inning and the top of the lineup up for the Raiders. The 3-1 is buried for ball 4, and Williams is aboard.
Yeah, we saw it last inning. Leadoff runner got on, ended up coming around to score. So the numbers say when, somewhere in the 80% range or maybe a little bit higher, whenever leadoff runner gets on, they're going to come around to score, and that would be big for Pine being down 4-2.
Quick check over there, and let's see how many times they're going to pay attention to Williams over there.
It's got to be a couple. He takes a big lead, and he's got some run.
Another check over there, Williams. Camden Jenkins, 0 for 2 on the day. See how early he takes off. He stays put as Jenkins sees a strike to start this at-bat out.
Can we see a little fake bunt steal again? Trying to get that runner in score position with no outs.
The 0-1. And he's off and running. And a base hit to left field. Hit and run. And Williams had to check up just to make sure that ball wasn't caught, or he would have been first or third.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good piece of hitting there from Jenkins. And with no outs here in the inning, here comes Brayson Pittman.
Definitely think you see some small ball here.
Yeah.
No outs, first and second. You got some speed at the plate. Lay down a good bunt, and it could be really, really good for Pine.
And Pittman can fly also, so this is not an easy out on the sacrifice bunt. Full show bunt. And takes the ball downstairs. Two runners aboard for the Raiders. They trail by 2. Pittman's going to call time here at home plate. His LD nears 890-something pitches. 115 is the cutoff. Shows bunt, he gets it down. It's a good one. One play is at first base, and he is out at first base. Champagne. And a sacrifice bunt works, and don't be surprised if you see another bunt here coming.
I can definitely see him push one.
And it will. Squeeze his own, play at the plate.
What a play.
What a play indeed. Holy web, Jim.
The last one I seen that good was Trey Morgan in the World Series a few years ago, buddy. That was amazing play right there. Barehanded, got the flip, got the tag.
That was the first baseman that came in, and one play to me, it was the squeeze bunt was on, and I said, don't be surprised if we see another bunt, and there it was, and the first baseman, huge out there.
What a big play. We could come back to that in the game and say, hey, man, that's the one that saved that run from giving Pine a tie or lead and keep Erath, ahead enough to finish this game out. That was a great play.
Now with 2 outs here, the DH Robinson's going to bat here with runners on the corners, and what looked good here for Pine. And then they're going to throw it back to the pitcher to see if they can get the runner leaning off third. No movement there.
Patient here ties it up, Jordan.
And what was looking good for Pine just gave Erath the momentum right back on a huge play from Cade Francis. My goodness. But you called it. Robertson could tie this game up with one swing. Fastball runs upstairs.
That's a tough one to lay off of, up and in.
Waiting on deck is the first baseman, Bryce Marks. LD's trying to get his Bobcats in the dugout, get them out of this jam, get them to the bottom with the lead. And a called strike on the 2-0 count. It's a big moment here as we are in the fifth.
Yeah, I could see this be LD's last inning, so definitely wants to keep the score at 4-2 and not let the lead get any shorter.
2-1. Foul ball, and we'll have us a 2-2 count. And this will be LD's 98th pitch of the game coming up. Two Raiders are aboard at third and second base. Robinson sees a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman. Glove by Champagne fires it in time. They left stranded. LD on his 98th pitch of the game behind some outstanding defense. Keeps a 4-2 ball game as we go into the fifth. You're not going to see a much better play this year.
No, that was incredible play.
It will be 4, 5, 6 due up for the Bobcats. They hold on to a 2-run lead, and what LD just did just now, he earned himself another inning to come out.
Yeah, absolutely. Got some action going down in the Erath bullpen down there, but it's inevitable. You know, even if he comes out again, making it through the inning or going much further than that isn't going to be possible with the pitch count limit. So, see if Erath give him some insurance runs.
No runs come across. Two runners are left stranded. One hit in the inning, and we will go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. Got a good one here in game number 1. It's 4-2. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Jacob Landry broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Got us a good one brewing. We go bottom of the fifth inning. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in with us here for game number 1 between the 12 seed, the Pine Raiders, and the 5 seed, the Erath Bobcats. Showing bunt here is Tate Collins. And he's down 0-2 in the count here, trying to sneak one down the line there, beat it out with his speed.
Yeah, we see it time and time again from him. He's very, very good at it and did it earlier in the game and trying it again.
Oh, 2 to the 4-hole hidden shortstop. And off his hands there, glove by the first baseman Bryce Marks for out number 1. And Levi White had the big swing given up back in the third inning, but regrouped, had a really good fourth, and right here gets the first out here in the fifth. Let's go get you a close-up of pitcher batter here as we go in the fifth inning. As Jack Landry sent
He's
one
trying
into
to
the
repeat
trees.
himself, getting a little aggressive there. It's probably one he wishes he had back.
Sent one into the trees earlier, Christian. Not sure they found that baseball. That's a 1-1 count here with 1 out. And big swing from the senior. And now he's got a 2-strike count. And the 1-2. Downstairs runs the count 2-2. The 2-2, foul back. We'll check on Levi White, his pitch count as he's in the 5th, and he's comfortable right now. He's only at 66 pitches, y'all.
Yeah, he doesn't get in too much trouble. He can probably go the distance here, Jordan.
Ground ball, fouled off again. Jack Landry battling. And the 2-2, fouled again in Industrial and Oil Field Services. Foul ball. Let us know if y'all prefer this angle better in the chat. The 2-2, and Jack Landry sends a charge, and the center field's going to get over the head.
He's going
And
through.
he will stay put at second base. And
He gave him a curveball. He waited on it, waited to let it travel, an inside-out swing.
such a strong kid. Sent that one over to speedster Pittman. Says hello to the student section out there in right field. And he's aboard with a 1-out double. He was our player of the game the last time we were here.
Might be on his way to another one.
And he's just swinging it right now. That one is skied. Giving chase at the first baseman, reaches into the dugout, runs out of room. And Francis is going to have another opportunity here. Francis bats here with 1 out. That one gets past the catcher. Landry's going to move up. And now the 5th run in the game. It's down there at third base.
Yeah, that's a big run for Erath to get, back to a get to a 3-run lead here. So anything from the hitter here is probably going to give you a run. Deep fly ball, ground ball to the right side. It's like infield's going to play in and try to squeeze off this run at home. At least on the corners. First and third is going to play in a little bit.
Francis rips one towards his dugout there, and we'll do 1-2 again.
If you're Levi White here, is nothing bigger than a strikeout. Cut down the chances for a extra run to get across.
The 1-2 from White. And Francis wanted it there, but laid off of it.
Yeah, a couple inches off the plate there, so competitive pitch and good job laying off of it.
The 2-2 from number 7. And now the count runs full. Waiting on deck is the left fielder, Koa Capel.
Yeah, I don't know if you don't just stay away from him here, Jordan. Get set up a double play ball and give yourself a little bit better chance of getting out of this inning without any runs coming across.
We'll see what the payoff pitch is. Ground ball up the middle, gonna score a run. Cage Freeman gave it chase. He was playing in the hole there. And that's an RBI single from Cade Francis. And the 5th run does indeed come across here in this inning. And we will have us a pinch runner at first base. That's LeBlanc.
Yeah, running for the catcher.
Ian LeBlanc. At the plate, number
No, Francis the first baseman.
First base, so he's going to stay in the game.
I believe this is just a straight sub. And we'll probably see a re-entry with Francis coming back into the game.
So LeBlanc's able to run again because the first time he ran was for the pitcher.
Correct.
Okay.
Anybody warming up in the bullpen?
They did earlier. It looks like they're warm and ready to go, and I don't know if they're going to bring him straight in or let LD go another one.
And Koa Capel sends one into left field, giving it chase, and he got it.
Good play out there. You know, he was playing
Trey Steele.
pretty close to the line there, had a long run and made a good catch.
Trey Steele just saved the extra bases there as Koa Capel sent a charge into one for out number 2.
Yeah, winds died down a little bit too, Jordy, so it'd be interesting to see if it was chunking like it was earlier in the day, if that one wouldn't have gave a little ride closer to a warning track.
We're going to have a sub here. Alex, number 16. He's coming into the game. He will bat for Colin Rodriguez.
That's Logan Duyon.
This may be your new pitcher. He may come into the game and pitch. Slide Collins over to third. LD to short. Duhan on the mound. But we'll see when we get there. 2 outs here. LeBlanc waits at first. And Duhan fouls that one off. And they're going to go with a throw down to second base there. That was a pitch out.
Yeah, pitch out, and a little confusion on who was covering the bag, and probably had a good chance to get him if somebody was covering the bag ready for the throw.
Foul tip into the glove. That's a 2 strikes. Chiefs. One, two outs. Levi White misses there. The count runs 2-2. 2s are on the board. 5-2 your score. And there's a runner at second base. Duhan fouls this one back into the bleachers. Almost the second time that little car almost got hit. Pinch hitter battling here with 2 strikes, and he swings past that one. And Levi White with a big-time strikeout, Alex.
Yeah, you let one come across the board, but you definitely want to give up another one. It was a great job fighting through adversity and getting a strikeout to end the inning.
We'll check on who's coming out to pitch. And it looks like LD walks back onto the mound. And he's got a couple more batters in him. It will be the top of the 6th inning, a 5-2 ball game. We'll let you know how the defense looks when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Raiders.
Gary Swallows Taekwondo Plus Tiger Rock Martial Arts, serving Opelousas and the surrounding area since 1988, with programs specially designed for all age groups. Tiger Cubs, 4 and 5-year-olds, juniors, 6 through 11-year-olds, teens, 12 to 15-year-olds, and all adults, 16 and above. Give us a call at 337-948-3433 so you can set up your first free trial class, meet all of our certified instructors, and take the first step towards joining our martial arts family. Taekwondo Plus Tiger Rock, teaching life skills and personal development, one student at a time.
Welcome back to the Jacob Landry broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Taylor, Alex Fontenot, Christian Nugent, bringing you second round baseball action between the 5 seed Erath Bobcats and the 12 seed, the Pine Raiders. That was a 5-2 ball game due up for the Raiders. It will be 6, 7, 8 in order. Bryce Marks, 0 for 2 on the day, followed by Trey Knight, 0 for 1 on the day with a walk, and then they hold Trey Steele, who is 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Talked about it the last couple innings. Getting that leadoff base runner is important for the Raiders moving forward.
Yeah,
You're down
absolutely.
to your final 6 outs.
Yeah, you have to try to make a run here, get a couple back, and give yourself a shot to get the lead late in the 7th inning.
Fastball runs in on the hands, and it's a 3-1 count. And if you're Marks right here, you can't go swinging that ball 4.
No, it's definitely got to be right where you want it and make it count, because if not, you got to find yourself on first base with a walk.
And the 3-1 is fouled back, and it's full. Can LD make a pitch? The full count. Fly ball to Collins, and he's got it for out number 1. They were showing what they gave up. So out number 1.
Ball low and outside.
Back-to-back pitches, misses downstairs. Who's that? Mansour? The 2-0. And it's a 3-0 count here. As Trey Knight searches for a base runner. Then they traded up for him. Ball 4, and Knight is aboard. That was Knight's second walk of the game. A runner at first. And Trey Steele single his first at bat and an RBI sacrifice fly. His second at bat. He will bat here with 1 out. Called strike on the inside corner. As LD will throw his 110th pitch momentarily. And 110 is downstairs. Once we get to 115, he can finish that batter. As we got bullpen action going on in Pines. Looks like number 18's warming up down there. The 1-1 runs it inside and almost hit him. That would have been another base runner for the Raiders if they would have hit by a pitch, but just missed the batter. Three-one count. Freeman waits on deck. Pitch number 112, fouled back. And it's full.
You'd love to get a strikeout here so you can
get
finish
one
the
more.
next batter.
Yep. The payoff pitch, full count, swing and a miss, and LD has a strikeout, and he will he get another one?
Nope.
Here comes Coach Price to the mound. We'll see if this is the end of the line. And it is. And the day is done for LD. We'll check out the new pitcher and the defense when we come back in a 5-2 ball game. 2 outs, 1 runner aboard. Headed to the mound, ladies and gentlemen, looks like the third baseman, Colin Rodriguez. We'll go to the mound. Duran goes to shortstop, and Tate Collins will head to third base. That is your new defense. That is your new pitcher. As we got 2 outs here in a 5-2 ball game, and the 9-hole hitting Freeman at the top of the lineup waiting on deck. See if Rodriguez can do his job and get his team in the dugout with the lead. Quick delivery there.
Yeah, very quick.
The left-handed hitting shortstop. Bats here with 2 outs. Called strike on the inside corner. Top of the 6th inning. Bobcats hold on to a 3-run lead. And this one is skied into left field. Capel gives it chase, and he's got it for out number 3. Bobcats hold on to the lead. They will head to the bottom of the 6th inning looking for some insurance runs. It will be 8-9-1 duo for the Bobcats. Colin Rodriguez, Talon Landry, and Lennon Lemaire. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, it will be the bottom of the 6th.
And we're back. Tyler Landry up to bat. Hitting from the left side. Ball 1. Fouled it back to the net.
1-1 count here.
Nice for you to join us, Jordy.
And a 5-2 ball game. Hey, man, the NFL draft's on.
Another foul ball.
That one skied into the bullpen over there. Anybody warming up? I can't tell from this angle.
No.
So it looks like Rodriguez is show the rest of the way. 1-2 count here as Levi White has made it to the 6th inning. And Tyler Landry is aboard with a lead-off single. And that's a good piece of hitting there.
Very good. You know, let that ball travel deep and just punched it right through the hole on the left side. Couldn't ask for anything better.
His second single of the day. Top of the lineup, back up as the Bobcats search for insurance here. Landon Lemaire will bat here. Shows bunt. That was the Bobcats' 6th hit of the game.
Pull back on the bunt, ball outside.
3-0 count here. And Carter Champagne waits on deck. And backdoor pick here. Ball will get away. Runner will advance to third. And watch Lemaire. He may go to second here. Instead, he stays put, and they're on the corners here. And the Bobcats trying to break it open here.
Yeah,
we'll step away. Mound visit.
For you, Rat.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mound visit is over. Runners are on the corners. Carter Champagne sees a first pitch, breaking ball upstairs. Pine needs a ground ball here, a double play ball. They needed to take this in striking distance into the 7th. Call strike on the outside corner. Duran waits on deck. And runner's gonna take off running. And we got us a ball here. Runner will score. So Bobcats get a free run off the balk here.
Perfectly executed right there. Take off early. Induce a balk, and he still got a runner in scoring position, no outs. Could we see a bunt to move him over?
Yeah, especially with your RBI machine on deck. New score 6-2. Champagne's first pitch swinging, and good glove from the shortstop. Going to be a tough play. gets past the first baseman, and another run will come across. Freeman, heck of a play. Might have more just put that one in your pocket.
Yeah, you still had a double play set up there.
Now it's a 7-2 ball game.
Erath's blown it open here. That's what makes Erath such a tough team to contend with. You know, they have good pitchers. They keep them in the game, pitch to soft contact, and then at the plate, they're just a tough. Everybody's a tough out. You know, they run the bases well. They bunt. They hit the ball for good, solid contact. You got some power in this lineup, and Erath's just built for success the way they play baseball offensively and defensively.
And now you got Duran up to the plate. And he sees the first pitch strike on the outside corner. Count runs 1-1. Tomorrow night, we got Port Barry, we got South Bow. Winner of that series plays the winner of this series in the quarterfinals. If you want to watch some more baseball, join us as LD.
He was trying to join us, but he was Jack Landry with a no-doubter into the trees, but swung right through that one. Aggressive hack.
Quick check over there at first, not in time. I think he's getting another fastball here. Well, there's a good count to run on. See if Coach puts Champagne in motion. He stays put, and he's off a delay steal.
Nobody covering. Man, just Erath has every trick in the book. You know, everything they need to do, they're well prepared for, and they execute it to perfection.
Yeah. A team that played for a state title a year ago, trying to get back to the big dance. 2-2, just missed
That's
out
a tough
there.
one to lay off of, but who knows the strike zone better than the guy who's been pitching the entire game.
And now it's full. You got a base open here. Let's see how careful they pitch to Duran here. And they challenged him, ground ball. And shortstop keeps it in front.
Yeah, good play right there.
Yeah, Freeman right there, hard hit ground ball.
Yeah, ate him up a little bit, but he took it in the chest, knocked it down, gathered himself, and made the throw. It's impressive play.
And we're one out here, runner at third. You probably see the infield come in and try to cut this ball down. And here they come. Now with Tate Collins up, you know the bunt coming. And he gets a beautiful one down, and it's
it
rolls foul.
One bump, man. It was teeter-tottering, and somebody didn't drag the field very good down there, and it cost them a run. You know what I'm saying, Jordan?
Yeah, that one grade of dirt just made that ball go foul.
Coach is going to hit that one extra hard tonight or in the morning. Make sure that doesn't happen again.
And it's a heads-up play there from Bryce Marks to have the mindset to let that ball go foul. You could have rushed and grabbed it.
You know, you didn't have much of a chance to get him out flying down the base path like that. So, best thing to do is let it roll and live with whatever happens.
And the bunt may be on again here. Nope, that'll do. Fly ball into right field. That's going to be a sacrifice fly. Run will score, and Collins does it the old-fashioned way.
Yep.
Sacrifice fly for run number 8. And that might be it for Levi White.
Yeah. Time to get him out. Pitch count's getting up a little bit, and tippy cap to him. He
But what he did just now saved the bullpen. He gave you 6 innings of work right there.
Yep,
they're not 3-4 deep right now into this game, and you know what you got. You got an 8-2 ball game here.
Yeah,
Tough way to climb.
He
And
did a good job. It kind of got out of hand, the last inning or two, but
so you're going to need your whole staff if
exactly.
you're going to go win 3 games.
If you want to fight back the next 2 games in a row to try to take the series, you're going to have your best arms coming out of the pen. So he did what he was supposed to do, and even with the game, kind of getting out of hand here, he still did his job to where he sets his team up going forward.
New pitcher on the mound. We'll let you know who he is when we come back.
At the plate for the Bobcats, number 4.
New pitcher for Pine, number 18, Trevor Warren, comes in, tries to close out this 6th inning here.
If you're Warren right here, you need to get an out right here, save some pitches, and have a fresh bullpen going into tomorrow. Called strike on the outside corner. Here comes Jack Landry. A home run, a double, and a walk.
Hit on base every at bat tonight.
Swings past that one quickly behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2 upstairs. One-two count, 2 outs here to the 5-hole hitting Jack Landry. Swings past that one, and Landry is retired for the first time tonight. Last chance for the Raiders. We go to the top of the 7th inning in an 8-2 ball game. It will be the top of the lineup coming up for the Raiders. Stick with us, folks. We'll be back.
Raiders.
Enviro Resources, providing the oil and gas industry with sustainable solutions that protects the environment, drives cost savings, and prioritizes landowner satisfaction since 1995. Jacob Landry, State Representative, proudly serving District 49. He wants to wish the Erath Bobcats the best of luck this upcoming season. Go Bobcats! Industrial and Oilfield Services. Based in Erath, Louisiana, Industrial and Oilfield Services has proudly served the oil and gas industry onshore, offshore, and internationally since 1979. With more than 100 years combined expertise, they provide creative, real-time solutions and services. They are team players focused on achieving customer goals and satisfaction. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jacob Landry broadcast booth. 8-2 your score here as Rodriguez back out for his 2nd inning work. He's going to have to go through the hard lineup here. 1, 2, 3. Due up for the Raiders. These two teams will clash again tomorrow. First pitch, 6 p.m., game number 2. Ground ball to the shortstop. LD fires one over into the dugout. And when you're trying to rally, lead all base runners at second is the way to go.
Yeah. He definitely still has some life in that arm with 113 odd pitches, but a little bit too much life. Let that one sail over first baseman's head and got a runner on second with no outs for Pine, and it's starting exactly the way you have to start it when you're down 6 runs, top of the 7th.
Williams on base for the 3rd time tonight. Here comes Jenkins. Singled his last plate appearance and a called strike to start this at bat.
Another pitcher warming up for Pine, just in case.
That one misses downstairs. The 1-1, big swing and a miss. He was trying to get 2 runs off of 1 swing just now. And we'll have Leighton Jones head out to talk to Rodriguez. Not sure if this was a location thing, maybe a missed signal. You don't usually see the catcher run out in the middle of that.
Yeah, I think pitcher called him up. I don't know if he's worried about tipping the signs that, runner on second, so I might need to change a little something up.
Rodriguez ahead. There's a 1-2 count. And a good job there, keeping them close. It's the shortstop. Breaking ball just missed upstairs. 2s are on the board. Pittman waits on deck. And foul back for an Industrial and All Field Services foul ball. We'll do it again. Two. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Jenkins, and Rodriguez has the first out of the inning. And now Brayson Pittman. Couple walks on the day. And out by that sacrifice bunt, his last plate appearance. One out here with a runner at second. So we saw Pine aggressive early in the game on the base pass. Right now, I think they probably cool things off right here. And
yeah, don't want to run yourself into an out when you're in scoring position.
Quick check over there. Applies the tag, not in time. Pittman calls time in the box. The 1-0 from Rodriguez. Fouled back. 1-1 count, 1 out. 8-2 ball game. Williams is at second. Pittman is your hitter. And Pittman fouls off another one.
Don't jump, Christian. I seen you. That ball came right back at us.
One, two, 1 out. It's a pitch from Rodriguez. And he buried it, and he's off and running at third, and he's going to be out at third. We just talked about it, didn't we?
Yep.
You right there in that situation, every base runner matters.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of base running miscues from the Pine Raiders tonight, and definitely would have made the game a lot closer, potentially, if those didn't happen and a base hit, could have got a run or two in, but some not great decisions tonight on the base path.
The 2-2 is fouled off, and now the Bobcats are 1 strike away from taking game 1 of this series. The 2-2 from Rodriguez. And it's downstairs, and the count runs full.
It's the spot you dream of as a kid, Jordy. 3-2, 2 outs. 1 strike to end the game. Can you make the pitch? We'll find out shortly.
If we get another batter, McGee waits on deck. The full count. And rips one into center field. And this game will extend. A good piece of hitting and a good at-bat there from Pittman. And we will see Colin McGee, strikeout victim, and then bunt. His last 2 plate appearances, and
won't be a bunt 3 in a row, Jordy.
Pittman has run on the first pitch every time he's gotten on base, but right there, you saw McGee first pitch swinging.
Yeah, found one over the heart of the plate, put it in the left field, and Pine's got something brewing with 2 outs.
And now, how crucial is that? How crucial is that out at third base now?
Yeah,
it would have been 2 runners on, 7-3 ball game, 1 out.
8-3.
Yeah, 8-3. Here comes Jabari Robertson, the DH. 1 for 3 on the day. 2 straight hits for the Raiders. This is something you could take into tomorrow also, the way you're finishing the game. And he skies this one.
That should do
Collins is giving it chase. He's got it, and that will do it. Final score. Bobcats win it here at home, 8-2. And game 1 goes to Erath. And now the Bobcats 1 win away for punching their ticket to the quarterfinals, Alex.
Yeah, it's a program, like we said earlier, it's trying to get back to the state title and finish the job this time, and they just got 1 step closer. So, another game tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, to try to finish off the series and roll into the quarters, and wait to see who's next.
And you got to think to yourself, this Pine Ball Club team is not going to go away easy.
No.
They're going to come back ready to play tomorrow.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see, how Erath's pitching staff will handle Pine tomorrow, because Pine did show some ability to get some things going, and they scored 17 runs in the second game last week against Lakeview. So they could be due for an offensive explosion and try to force a game 3 against Erath.
A winning pitcher today, Landon Duran. So I think they're about to run some sprints here.
Yeah.
You look at this game, and some big plays, some big time swings, but none bigger than that play right there from the first baseman to the catcher.
Yeah, that one was a big one. The Jack Landry home run to to open the game up. There's a couple of game-defining plays that happened for Erath that ultimately separated them enough to have a comfortable win tonight. And just everything you want to see when you need to play your best in the most important time of the season. Coach said one sprint's enough for tonight, boys. Go get some food.
And go celebrate with
student section.
the student section out there. So Bobcats are 1 win away for punching their ticket to the quarterfinals. But if Pine comes back and wins game 2 tomorrow, we got bonus baseball on Saturday where we will see a game 3.
What time would that game be, Jordan?
Not sure.
You want to pull a doubleheader Saturday?
I don't think it's possible. But Pine will be the home team tomorrow. So we will see the Bobcats bat first tomorrow. We'll follow it on Game Changer. We'll be dialed in. Tomorrow night we'll be in South Beauregard getting ready for the Knights and the Red Devils. We'll step away. It's our post-game show. And Viral Resources sponsored it. Final words right after this break. Enviro Resources, providing the oil and gas industry with sustainable solutions that protects the environment, drives cost savings, and prioritizes landowner satisfaction since 1995. Welcome back to the Jacob Landry broadcast booth. Final words at this time as we give player of the game honors out.
Yeah, a great baseball game tonight. A lot of what we expected. We saw small ball. We saw, the keys to the game play out a little bit early in the game with the wild pitches, not staying in the strike zone. We saw the long ball. We saw pretty much everything. We saw some great execution with some different plays from Erath, running, hitting runs, bunting runs, all this good stuff. So shaping up to be another good game tomorrow, and you'll probably see a lot of the same stuff going on, and see if Pine can bounce back and try to steal one to force a game 3, or if Erath's just going to cruise on into the quarters in a quest for another trip to a state championship.
What has to happen for Pine to force a game 3 tomorrow?
I definitely think you have to be a lot cleaner on the pitching side. Limit as much opportunity as you can from Erath to get, on base, get them on, get them over, because once they have some runners in scoring position, they're really, really good. Another thing is, base running errors. I think, Pine had a couple of base running errors that probably cost them at least 2 runs. So you can't let that snowball tomorrow because every single run against this Erath team is very, very important. And, offensively, they didn't do a bad job. They got some bunts, they got some base hits, and put some ball into play. And, LD is just really good. He's really good pitching to soft contact. So just a tough matchup for Pine tonight. But, they do have the ability to put up a lot of runs, and I think they can show that tomorrow if Erath pitching gives them a little bit to hit.
Your player of the game honors tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we give it to the senior Jack Landry. A big home run and a double off the center field wall. And then you go and you talk about that pitching staff combined with Landon Duran and Colin Rodriguez. They combined for giving up only 2 runs through 7 innings of work against this Pine Raider offense. So a team effort. We'll get down there. We'll talk to a few of the guys. And we'll talk to the Victoria's head baseball coach as these 2 teams meet back tomorrow for game number 2. And Bobcats are 1 win away. Pine needs a victory to force a game 3. Enjoy the rest of your night, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night, we will be at South Beauregard. It will be game 1 between the Knights and the Port Barre Red Devils. For now, Jordan Taylor, Alex Fontenot, Christian Nugent signing off. Game 1, 8-2. Erath Bobcats over the Pine Raiders.